Hello, I'm Robert Dakota of Worldviews Media, and I'm here to introduce you to Clive Hustito. He's been with us this Saturday for the Spring Equinox Seeds of Life, and we're now going to do a seed activation to go together with this whole day. Clive has been a medicine man since he was a child, and we've been doing these seed activations. This is the fourth year in a row now. The seeds that you see in the basket started out as about 50 to 100 seeds. Now there's 3,000 to 5,000 seeds there. And it just goes to show everyone that we can keep the growing going by sharing the seeds. And also, if you know about the flower of life, that little symbol in the middle, that one circle in the very middle, it's actually called the seed of life. And so sacred geometry and prayers and ceremonies and all kinds of things that are related to the activation. And Cleve's going to share that with us now. And that's a very special opportunity to use this to bless your own seeds wherever you are now. So thank you for joining us on the Spring Equinox, and we'll leave it to Cleve. Thank you, Cleve.
Hello, everybody. I'm Clive Hustito Mahudi. We're going to be doing a seed activation number 4. We used to do this with Master Pedro. We're going to continue the activation process, and we're going to ask the Nanaquest or the rain gods to come down and help us with the activation of the seeds, which incorporates and integrates with everything that Mother Earth provides, and everything is all natural. And so I'm going to ask them to come down with a short prayer. So after that, I will do a flute and then activation with the flute. And then we're going to do my father's DVD video with the sacred geometry, the flower of life, and the songs that are integrated to help it to generate and keep it going. Yes, my look at that on I think that you understand the not that you have got and one emotion, only back to the only mark that you when got as a look at only find out that one Mama that's it sounds like for the other man for days and don't get you in the best which can come on the go down out on the sound down passion character with all that is going on don't touch China touch you thought again that is going on don't touch and ask you the match like gone about that job but I don't have to job but the man will think it but the man will answer don't answer me times that and I should turn the sun at the end of the but you down only young like she know that she on the toes taking financial like in my moon young being on them sash being on them cash being on them doge being on them open and dark some example some is the problem then you manage how hard and when you start being on managing that now but now being on take it after staying what's your other touching one and one that find down catching answer the some the so but you want to feel like I cannot do that no you touch hello the so you can some the part so now the
So, Cleve, we've been doing this this is the fourth year in a row now. We've had several people that have joined us along the way. What happens when you're doing the seed activation?
What happens is that the vibrations and the frequencies with the songs, the prayers, the flutes, the rainwater that we got a while ago, it all helps to regenerate and activates the seeds that are about to be planted. So when it does all these elements that work together in the process, it also produces photosynthesis. But with the coding, it gives it the coding and it activates the seeds inside. When it does that, it gives it a more strength, or it gives it a lot more energy to grow faster and, you know, be more robust and have less resistance to other diseases itself. Like, and then it helps it, the body. It's all, everything is natural. We don't use pesticides, and so we're relying on all the natural elements. When we do the prayers and the songs, that's when we go into the spirit realm and to ask and invoke the gods with their energy to come down and to meet Mother Earth to help activate, to help regenerate the seeds so they can become stronger and then better, and to produce more crops for the year or the following year when if there's like a drought. But that's why we're asking tonight for the rain gods, the Nananaquis, which is our grandfathers, to come and meet the Mother Earth and humans and everything that's integrated, even with the animals. Everything that we have on the table is all the elements that are given to us since we were on this planet when we became first degree, and then the separation of the peoples, and then wherever the separation of the peoples went to, all their seeds also went with them, and all the elements they also had, fire, and then later on the implements that they were using, like the old school stick and gourd. So we come a long way, and you know, trying to regenerate everything for us to have a better world into the future. It's hard work, and Robert and I were doing this for at least 4 years of the year, and trying to be consistent and try to keep the ball rolling and to keep grinding away at this. And it's hard work, but you know, that's our mission, to try and regenerate these seeds through any means possible, even through the ancient ways of agriculture that I was taught as a kid. And we can still use it with modern technology to integrate, but we still need help, especially during drought season, because people were asking me, why don't we have, you know, rain over here? I said, well, maybe you don't have, you know, somebody here to raise the frequency of vibration for the gods. And you know, that's what I tried. Everything now is working. You know, and yesterday when me and Bertram did the prayers, today we had the rain, which is such a, you know, relief to others that, you know, it's still working, our prayers and our faith, you know. And to the seed bundles that I did, you know, it's individual packages that can be sent out. And if you want it, you know, we have it. Just go through Robert to get these bundles. But I feel, you know, that we're contributing through our hard work, through our efforts, that's, you know, people can go ahead and get interested and go start growing their own food. In case a lot of things, you know, you go to the grocery store, sometimes they don't have these things. These are very, you know, sacred ancient seeds, you know, that haven't been, you know, tainted with poisons or anything like that, to put them back to Mother Earth. And That's what we want, is the natural stuff, and no pesticides, so when we eat it, we know that we're not getting affected by the chemicals. That's what we're trying to achieve also. And then the integration of the animals, why they're important for delivering some of these seeds. The birds, same thing, everything that pollinates. It's a divine integration of all these things the seeds grow. But then when we put in the effort and we talk to the seeds, then they respond to us by growing faster. And then that's when we did your plantings last year. And even though we planted late, look how much it produced. And then when we took off the kernel, remember we took off the red one and we could see the sacred geometry. And that was the fun part also, this is the hard work that we do now. It's working, but we have to still continue to grind away. That's about it.
Yeah, so you were talking about the origins of seeds. Could you give everyone a little bit of background on the origins of seeds?
Yeah, everything that the cosmology, everything was created in the universe. And after that, the sacred seeds of life, when, for example, Great Kukulkan or Inzuni Kolo, we see he was the celestial being up in the universe that brought down the wisdoms of knowledge, ancient wisdoms of knowledge and sacred geometry, everything that we know today. And also he brought down the seeds from all of the galaxies or universes, and he brought it down to Earth. And then he dispersed it through the Zunis and through other civilizations. And they probably have their own, I won't be surprised if they have almost the same story of him coming down and fertilizing the Mother Earth with his seeds, not with the seeds of knowledge and sacred seeds of life. Then humans were instructed by the gods when he came down. They might be different, some of the versions of how they got their seeds or dispersed, but also the emissaries from the galaxies, from the known galaxies, or the Kachinas that were from different galaxies that brought down the different seeds that were assigned to the plants. Just like when you did that Kachina Cafe with, Pedro. Yeah. That after I left, when I told him that in time, he told me in time it will. I told him when in time it will be shown to you. And after 2 weeks or whatever, when I left, then you made the film. And then that was a very powerful way of letting him know that he was willing and open that to see such ethereal and the spiritual realms where what they actually do with the seeds in that realm. So that's why I put it together in the cosmology and the Kachinas and the little packages that they carry on them to deliver it to the humans, and all the different Kachinas, like the corn Kachina, he carries the corn in his hands, and when he's done, he gives it to a lady or a man, and then they take it to the garden after they're done dancing, and they can plant it. And night dances, also, they carry, the Kachinas carry the packages with them. So they were all dispersed from different places, universes, and constellations, and through the Kachinas, the emissaries, come down, give it to the humans. And then the instructions, protocols like that said was given to them to carry on the seeds. And that's the powerful part about it, is to try to regenerate and let it prosper for us to help us. So the places that they came were we're from the universe, the cosmology that the Zunis have, other Mayan, the Hopis, and all the other tribes that have their versions. And that's why I'm still carrying on this mission with you, Robert, and to try to let people understand, or, to start taking care of not only themselves, but the plants and animals, everything that's divinely integrated. It's hard work, But we have fun. That's the part. And when you see things happening in front of you, like every time we do prayers or whatever, just like a while ago, you heard the thunder and lightning. We're talking about the Kachinas. That's the validation. Keep going,
Yeah. Well, when we had Pedro here, he was really encouraging that relationship of the rain and the thunder and the lightning.
Yeah.
And he seemed to have a way to pull it in, because he would work that energy, and sure enough, it would rain and clouds would show up. And I think it rained more than ever when he was here.
Yeah, with the combined efforts, that's what people were telling me. We're glad that you're here where you can help with bringing the rain, because it hasn't rained like this for years.
Yeah. Well, another thing that Pedro brought to the table was that he talked about when he was a child, that his grandfather would have him put the children put the seeds under their pillows to dream about the seeds, and the next day take them out to the garden, ask them what they dreamed about, and then put the seeds in their mouth to identify the DNA of the human to the seed.
Yes.
And so the dreaming, the DNA,
coding.
Yeah, is all involved. And I thought it was fascinating that a grandfather was teaching a child how to do this with seeds. That's an amazing way to connect with the children, and children love those kind of things.
Yeah, when I was a kid getting initiated into the Kachina society, it was amazing to watch what great Kukulkan or Pueblos and gave them the seeds. And when we were done with ceremony, I was assigned the black beans. Each boy into initiation into manhood were assigned seeds. Seed assignment of seeds before they give it to me. And we take them and go to our fields, and that's where we plant them. That was an amazing part of how the deliverance of the seeds through the Kachinas, the reenactments of great Kukulkan coming down to Mother Earth and to things that give the wisdoms of knowledge, like I said, sacred geometry, the fractals that we find now, even the plasmoids we talked about. All this is all integrated. And we're at a time and space that we have to do something, keep going, no matter what.
Well, as you said, it's all integrated. And earlier you were talking about the singing and the dancing and the prayers. I find it fascinating that dance is associated with cultivating food. And what is it about the energy of the dance and the singing? Because it's about energy and consciousness, because that energy that they're expending, dancing, putting the foot pounding into the earth, reaching up to the sky, singing, all of that plays a role in the conscious integration of the seed. Can you talk about that?
Well, the divine integration of the seed, the scientific Kachinas that were brought a long time ago, they're called koto shawa, which is all mixed seeds. It's not just one seed. It's all combined seeds from all over the world, or wherever the continent is, wherever the area have the seeds. It's all mixed up, and then it's dispersed by the Kachinas, and the DNA sequencing and the coding within each different seed. It's like Forrest Gump. Okay, these seeds that have, gave it to his mom. What did she say? It's like a box of chocolates. That's what these kotosha really are. It's like a box of chocolates. We don't know when it's going to be grown. It's just like a big old surprise for us to see such beauty, within what we do, the hard work. And when the gods come, as we see it and hear it right now, that's our validation that we're doing our best and we're doing our hard work, and they come down and bless us with the rain, snow, even during really hot days too. There won't be a cloud in the sky. And you witness that, Cleve, there's not a cloud in the sky. So hold on. Then we do the prayers and feedings and then they come around. And it's amazing. That's why when me and Pedro would sit back there and concentrate on just one little cloud and make it expand and become a full-blown thunderbird coming towards us. The lightning coming, and it's amazing and powerful because we have integrated ourselves with all these elements. And when we open ourselves up, our hearts and our minds, they have the ones that have control of us. They provide everything for us. So that's why I look at this as not as a science project, not anything. The game in this is that the spiritual part of you when say, I feel good because I'm contributing to society instead of contributing to the madness. With this, be keeping it simple, like your dad, keep it simple, stupid. Well, anyways, in the world of chaos and confusion right now, what's going on? This is my way of being stable and grounded to Mother Earth and saying, join in the madness. But I'm glad that we are still continuing to do this because what we're going to do is generate more and more. And once people get these little seed packages and they can feel the energy and they know it's been activated, they can, do their own activations, their own vernacular, and say, give a little bit of their contribution as a whole on Mother Earth to protect her, to help her, and as humans and the animals, everything that's involved, to try to find balance again. That's what we're trying to, primary mission is in Pedro and this thing whole despacho thing started.
Yeah, when Pedro was training us about the despacho and explaining that it's a gift to Mother Earth, and we put certain items like seeds and sweets and like you would give as a gift and then give it to Mother Earth that way. And then right after we planted the despacho, it would start raining.
Yeah.
It was like there was some conscious energy happening, especially if the intention by the person is focused and set well, full of gratitude.
Yes, that's what, remember he taught us, be more love, more gratitude, more gratitude. That's his way of contributing to humankind and to Mother Earth, And when, like I say, when he had me down on my knees, I realized that what he was talking about. And that was another crazy things that me and Pedro went through together, the exchange of modalities, like I said, the exchange of prayers in his system and my system. We overlapped and integrated, and then it works. And it's very powerful and very gratifying that, we're continuing his work along with my dad's work, Cliff, with the ETs and why they're there and, all the other stuff that we're going through with, especially with what we need as right now, which is more precipitation, more plants to eat, to help us. But the other thing was that when I do the feedings through the fire, that's the other element. it goes back, to the ancestors. And then when we burn the excess or whatever that's left, we'll give a little morsels back to our ancestors to keep it regenerating itself and to have honor. This is my way of honoring Pedro and my father, both fathers and my grandfathers, and it goes back to my lineage as a kid when I was growing, the corn and squash when I was a little kid with my grandfather, grandmother, using gravity fed systems, non-gravity fed systems. It's hard work, like I said, but I got used to it. I liked it. I was out there, outdoors. There was no interference with any other things. Being like sort of like in a serene place, a tranquil place where you know that when you did plant your seeds and the rains come, you start seeing the corn come out, the squash, and they keep going and they keep raining, and then a couple of weeks that start going, and then what different kind of plants there are with the kotosh or the mixed seeds. So the separation of the seeds, that's where they have the harvest. Then so you can separate you separated the blue corn, you separate the white corn, you separate the multicolor, and then even the sweet corn. And then when you did that, so the categories of the corns, so the coating inside, there was a sign, like Pedro said, when the tree was talking to naming him the plants, the different seeds that each plant carries, and the sign and the codes to that. He was talking about the codes, and then when it does, you plant it, the fractals, when you see it times it, all it is just a multiplication of the same thing over and over and over again until it becomes fully grown. That's the amazing part. And cool. And then sacred flower. You start something simple with Vesica Pisces, and then you have keep on adding on, and it becomes a whole life. And that's what we're gonna use the songs and the visual imagery of the animals and sacred geometry through my dad's DVD, incorporated with this activation of seeds.
So should we get started with the seed activation? Okay. Do you want me to cue this?
Go ahead and you can start it, and then I'll just sit here and until it's over, and I'll do the final blessing with the rainwater that we received earlier.
Okay, what was the significance of the songs and the prayers?
The songs and the prayers are integrated with the vibrations, frequencies to be higher, so you can help the Nanakwes or the rain gods to come down, and through the movement and the dances of each Kachina or groups in unison, they help to combine the unseen world with the seen world to help everything integrate together and to grow stronger and better, so it can help us to feed ourselves and sustain ourselves in the future. So the outcome of everything that we're doing is what Dad always referred to as cosmic magic. When we do the feedings, we do the prayers. When you're with me, even when we went to go do the despacho last year for Pedro, and when the ducks came and everything was divinely like orchestrated for him, and it was very powerful that we both witnessed. When we go into the other side, when you eliminate the chaos and confusion of the outer world, and then you go into the realm of the gods and into the beauty of forest and seeing the rivers and the divine irrigation of everything, the flowers, the birds, and what happened to us at the river. That was so amazing. It was just like a while ago when we're talking about the gods and the lightning came and the rain, and you saw it, and that's what it's happening.
So is that it with the activation?
Yeah, there's one more with the rainwater that we collected a while ago when it's raining. Let's go ahead and use that and simulate, or in a microcosm form to into macrocosm after we've done the activations with the songs. So it'll help combine all the elements. But that's about it, and hopefully you enjoyed the music. We got some more little bit of activation sequence and why the codes and why we are like the DNA. Everyone has a seed within themselves, and everything in our tradition, the Zuni culture tradition, we believe that everything has a heart. Even a rock, even everything has a heart. Even a building, even a car has a heart. So everything, we all combine everything together and look at things at simplistic forms. That's what we talk about, the microcosm and the macrocosm. But sometimes people can't get the idea, and sometimes really can't you get it? It's something so simple, but yet it is complex. Try to understand and comprehend all this that we've gone through with our presentations. You're the ones that are putting this up, and you're helping us, integrate all the other, cultures. That was good. Huh? Yeah, but and while the gods are coming, and I gotta go now. Oh, okay. We'll see you. Have a good one, and may all of you be blessed. Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
I wish I had the window open for that one. I didn't see it coming. That was some amazing lightning, huh? And thunder.
The lightning, man.
Yeah. It really was coming down.